If you're looking for a protective style that's lightweight, lasts for weeks, and gives that effortless boho look without spending hundreds at the salon, then you're definitely going to love this one. Today, I'm creating mini twist extensions using expressions twisted up here, and then I'm adding Burmese water curly hair using the Miracle Knot method to give these twists that soft boho finish. The best part is this is actually my third time using this curly hair. So if you've been wondering whether or not you can get multiple hairstyles out of it, the answer is absolutely yes. So let's get started. So the very first thing I'm doing is pre-parting my hair. I always like getting this step out the way first because it makes the installation process so much easier later on. For each section, I'm creating my parts and then braiding my natural hair down. I want to say about 2 inches. The reason I braid instead of twisting is because these little braids give me a really secure base when I start feeding in the extension hair. So for my parts, I'm using the Slick and Slay Edge Gel. Lately, this has honestly become my go-to because it gives me really clean parts without leaving my hair feeling crunchy or flaky. If you watch any of my recent videos, you probably noticed I've been reaching for this product a lot. One thing I've learned over the years is that taking your time with your parts definitely makes the finished style look so much more polished. I know it can be tempting to rush through the step, but trust me, it's definitely worth slowing down. Now that all my sections are finished, here's what everything looks like before adding any extension hair. I love seeing neat rows because I already know the final style is going to lay nicely. So yes, this is definitely a time saver, especially if you want to do pre-parting one day and then styling the next day. Now, I've already completed a couple of twists off camera just so you can get an idea of where we're headed. The extensions here I'm using today is expressions twisted up here in 16 inches. Now let me show you exactly how I install it. I start by separating my natural hair into 2 equal sections. Then I take a piece of the Marley hair and place one side on each side of my natural hair. From there, I twist one side first. This helps lock the extension hair into place before I continue twisting all the way down. So once everything feels secure, I continue twisting until I'm completely past my natural hair. One thing I do differently depending on the section of my head is adjust how much extension hair I do use. My hair isn't the same density everywhere, so in some areas I only need 1 strand of Marley hair, while in other areas I add 2 strands to create a more balanced look. That's something I always recommend. Don't feel like every single twist has to use the exact same amount of hair. Customize it based on your own hair density because it'll make your finished style look so much more even. Now here's a closer look at the Marley hair itself. So instead of using the entire piece, I do separate it into 3 smaller sections before feeding it into my twist. Breaking the hair apart helps the twist look a lot more natural and also keeps the hair from becoming too bulky. This also makes the twist feel lightweight, which is exactly what I wanted for this hairstyle. Now let's take a closer look at how I install each twist. I start by separating my natural hair into 2 even sections. Then I take a piece of the Afro twist hair and line it up with my natural hair. Before I start twisting everything together, I twist one side first to lock the extension hair into place. Once it's secure, I continue twisting both sections together all the way down until I'm completely past my natural hair. You will notice I don't use the exact same amount of extension hair for every twist. Some areas of my hair are naturally thicker than others, so I adjust as I go. For my denser sections, I'll add a second strand of extension hair to give the twist a fuller, more balanced look. But in the finer areas, 1 strand is usually all I need. So as I continue twisting, I make sure to keep the tension consistent so every twist has a smooth, uniform finish. At this point, it's just a matter of repeating the same technique all over my head. Once you get into a rhythm, this style is actually pretty simple to do. So I'm going to speed it up from here. Also, I only use 1 pack of hair for this style. I bought 2 packs, but I only use 1 pack and like 2 strands of the hair from the second pack. So I'll have the link to this hair in my description. I did purchase this hair from my local beauty supply, but you can also order it from Amazon if you prefer. now that all the twists are finished, honestly, they already look really good by themselves, but I couldn't stop here. So since this is going to be my vacation hairstyle, I wanted to give it a soft boho look. For that, I'm using my Burmese water curly hair. Like I said earlier, this is actually my third time I've reused this hair. I love getting multiple styles out of the same bundles because quality hair definitely deserves more than one hairstyle. If you've been thinking about investing in curly crochet hair, hopefully this gives you a few more ideas on how much use you can actually get out of it. So I simply crochet the hair through the twist, pull it through, and then create a secure knot. I'm only adding 2 curly pieces to each twist because I don't want to overwhelm the style. I still want the twist to be the main focus while the curls add just enough movement and texture. So since I did cut this hair from a previous hairstyle, I decided to use those shorter leftover pieces near the bottom of my twist. The longer curly pieces are going closer to the top. Doing it this way creates a really balanced look instead of having all the volume sitting in one area. So for the twist around my face, I switched things up a little. I actually placed the shorter curls toward the front because I wanted them to frame my face a little better. And I ended up loving how soft that made the finished style look. So I'm just repeating the same process throughout the rest of my head until all the curls are installed. And here's the finished look. I absolutely love how lightweight these twists feel while still giving me that full boho vibe. Between the Marley hair and the reused Burmese water curly hair, I think this combination came together perfectly. I especially love that I was able to reuse these curls for a third hairstyle because it really shows how versatile they are. If you're planning a vacation, looking for a protective style that can last for weeks, or you just love boho hairstyles, I definitely think this one is worth trying. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments what hairstyle you'd like me to try next, or if you want to see a maintenance update for this hairstyle. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.